What's up, YouTube? It's Andre, the superhero of love, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am absolutely grateful, thankful, and blessed to have each and every single one of you, beautiful hearts and souls, join me on this video where I talk about the 3 steps that I take on how to actually take action consistently. But before we dive in, if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. And if you could, would you please hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to watch my video. Well, everybody, let's dive right into it. So I have a question for you. Are you someone who lacks motivation and fears to take action? I know I was for a very, very long time, especially before my awakening in October 6, 2019. And I talked about taking action in my last video where I talked about the 3 steps on overcoming fear. I'm going to put it up here. So my first tip I have for you on how to take action consistently is you have to change your behavior. You have to change your behavior. What does that mean? It means that if you're looking to take action on a task or a goal, so let's say hypothetically you're trying to declutter your house, right? You got to put yourself in the right mindset that you want to do this. Otherwise, if you don't put yourself in the right mindset or the right behavior state, you're simply not going to do it. It's plain and simple. When you're in like a negative energy or you're like in a lacking of motivation, you're just not going to want to take that action step. It's plain and simple. So you must put yourself in a positive energy state that you want to take this action that will help you go and accomplish this task or goal. This one's going to be a shorter video. So my second tip that I have for you is you have to know why you're doing it. Know your why. Why do you want to take this action? Why do you want to accomplish this goal? If you don't know your why as to why you're doing it, then you're not going to do it. And you're going to be not clear as to why you're doing something, right? If you don't know exactly the why behind the reason to taking that action, you're not going to take the action. And you're going to be like, what's the point? You're just going to be wasting time. So you must know your why. For example, like I said in the example earlier, why do you want to declutter your house? What is the benefits of doing that? Number one, for me, I can see is that less is more. And you get into this more happier state when you declutter your like desk or your house, you feel lighter. But you have to know the reason why that feels good to you, because everybody's reasons are different. So you must know your why. Which leads me into this tip or step number 3. Taking micro commitments, micro steps. You have to crawl before you run. Essentially, taking small steps. Because if you try to see you can see the end goal, but if you think of all the steps that you have to take to get to the end goal, it's going to overwhelm you. So you have to start with one step at a time. One small step. And I've mentioned this many times in my videos. Small, simple steps. One step at a time. So we'll use that decluttering of your house as the end goal. You want to declutter your house. You want to write a book. It could be anything. But let's start with, let's use the writing the book as an example. It seems to be super overwhelming. You start with 1 sentence. You start with 2 sentences. And then 3. And then it ends up being a page. And then it becomes another page. And another. And another. Sooner or later, when you add all those micro steps into the bigger step, you'll notice that like, oh, I already wrote like 45 pages of my book. Or let's use the house example again. You want to declutter your house. And let's say your desk is cluttered, your kitchen is cluttered, your living room is cluttered, your bedroom is cluttered, and you think of it all, you're like going to overwhelm yourself. So you start with your desk and you start doing one thing at a time. You start taking one thing off your desk and then another and then another. And then you start cleaning it. And then you're done that one task. Then you move on to your kitchen, whether you have lots of dishes or you need to mop the floor, whatever it is. One step at a time. I cannot stress that enough. This is how I am able to accomplish all of my action tasks every single day, is because I remember to take one micro step at a time. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to overwhelm myself, especially with my morning routine. I have a lot going on in my morning routine. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I do a whole bunch of stuff. I have journaling, reading, working out for 2 hours, cold shower, meditation, breathing, sometimes intermittent fasting, and, affirmations, mirror work, making sure that I'm hydrated, all these things. If I think of all of it in one big step, like, I'm going to be overwhelmed. And also gratitude prayer. I can't forget about that. That's like absolutely important to me. But yes, you have to start with small, simple steps, micro commitments, micro steps. So yeah, those are my 3 tips I have, 3 steps that I have for you on how I take action consistently. I told you this one's going to be a little bit shorter, but if any of you have any suggestions, tips, strategies on how you take action consistently, please share it down below in the comments. I really would love to share some knowledge or have a discussion and to learn from you, because I'm a lifelong learner and I love to learn. But yeah, let's go back to the 3 steps again. So number 1, change your behavior and change your state, which is changing your mindset. Number 2, know your why. You have to know your why in order for you to take the action to accomplishing your goal. Otherwise, what's the point? Unless you don't know. And number 3, take small, simple steps. You have to crawl before you run. Micro steps. And yeah, those are my 3 steps that I have for you. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if this was of any value, please share it in the comments below, like I said. And remember, if you haven't already, please like my video. Please smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bells so that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to see my new video when I post it. And check out my older videos that I'm going to be posting right now. And I send you all lots of love and light. I hope you all keep on shining bright. And thank you again for tuning in. I'm Andre, the superhero of love. And I'll catch you all on the next one. And I love you all a Megaton. Bye.